I think I have not seen such a type of natural calamity in my life. The biggest catastrophe I have seen in April 2021, the COVID-19
Yeah.
second wave tsunami.
Yeah.
But what I have seen in Wayanad, it is worse than that. Every individual, irrespective of their caste, their religion, their ideology of red and green
A
and
wonderful
blue.
unity of human
Yes,
beings.
yes. There are collective effort. What I call collective effort. What I call um, continuous, numerous stories of humanity, and that is the true spirit of Kerala. That night was horrible night. Even though there were 400 children in that BRD Medical College, Gorakhpur, Uttar Pradesh, and we tried hard to save each and every child, but we lost 63 kids. Irony is that even after 8 years, everybody remembered Dr. Kafeel or that hospital. Nobody remembered those parents who are still waiting for the justice.
At the first moment, you was the real hero. Now also you are the real hero, no doubt in that. But when you become the culprit in the eyes of Yogi Adityanath administration,
I think the tag hero made me the villain.
the experience in jail,
It was a big barrack and there was more than 160 people staying in that. There was only one washroom. Here I have to clean the washroom morning and evening. It's not a bad job, but that I'm saying that there were people in the hardcore criminals were there, and some people were drug addict also. They don't know that after shitting you have to put water. They will just leave, and then you have to wash.
If we invite you to Kerala, will you come?
I love to come Kerala. I've already told I've come to 7-8 times.
Yeah.
But
സിറാജ് ലൈവിലേക്ക് സ്വാഗതം. ഡോക്ടർ കഫീൽ ഖാൻ, ആ പേര് നമ്മൾ ഒരിക്കലും മറക്കില്ല. 2017 ഓഗസ്റ്റിലെ ഒരു രാത്രിയിൽ ഉത്തർപ്രദേശിലെ ഖോരക്പൂരിലെ ആശുപത്രിയിൽ ഒരു തുള്ളി ഓക്സിജൻ കിട്ടാതെ പിടഞ്ഞു മരിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന കുഞ്ഞുങ്ങളെ രക്ഷപ്പെടുത്താൻ വേണ്ടി സ്വന്തം കീശയിൽ നിന്ന് ഓക്സിജൻ സിലിണ്ടറുകൾക്ക് പണം മുടക്കി ആ രാത്രി ആ ആശുപത്രിയിലേക്ക് വേണ്ട പരമാവധി ഓക്സിജൻ സിലിണ്ടറുകൾ എത്തിച്ച് കുറച്ചെങ്കിലും കുട്ടികളുടെ ജീവൻ രക്ഷിക്കാൻ ശ്രമിച്ച അതേ ഡോക്ടർ കഫീൽ ഖാൻ. ആ കഫീൽ ഖാനെ പിന്നീട് ഉത്തർപ്രദേശ് ഭരണകൂടം കൈകാര്യം ചെയ്തത് നമുക്കറിയാം. ഒരു ഡോക്ടറോട് കാണിക്കേണ്ടുന്ന, ഒരു കുഞ്ഞിന്റെ ജീവൻ രക്ഷിച്ച ഡോക്ടറെ ആദരിക്കുകയും അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് അർഹിക്കുന്ന അഭിനന്ദനങ്ങൾ നൽകുകയും ചെയ്യേണ്ട സമയത്ത് അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് എത്രത്തോളം ക്രൂരമായിട്ട് ശിക്ഷിക്കാൻ പറ്റുമോ അതാണ് അന്ന് യോഗി ആദിത്യനാഥിന്റെ നേതൃത്വത്തിലുള്ള ഭരണകൂടം ചെയ്തത്. ആ ഭരണകൂട ഭീകരതയുടെ ഇരയായി അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് സ്വന്തം നാട്ടിൽ നിന്ന് മാറേണ്ടി വന്നു. അദ്ദേഹം അതിനുശേഷം രാജസ്ഥാനിലേക്ക് പോയി. ഇപ്പോൾ ഹൈദരാബാദിലെ കിംസ് ആശുപത്രിയിൽ കുട്ടികളുടെ ഡോക്ടറായിട്ട് സേവനമനുഷ്ഠിക്കുകയാണ്. ഡോക്ടർ കഫീൽ ഖാൻ ഇന്ന് കേരളത്തിൽ എത്തിയിരിക്കുന്നത്, നമുക്കറിയാം ഡോക്ടർ കഫീൽ ഖാൻ നമുക്ക് പ്രകൃതി ദുരന്തങ്ങൾ നമ്മൾ ഏറ്റവും വലുതായിട്ട് നേരിട്ട പ്രളയകാലത്ത് നമ്മളെ സഹായിക്കാൻ അദ്ദേഹം എത്തിയിരുന്നു. ഇപ്പോൾ നമ്മളെല്ലാവരും വലിയ വേദനയിലാണ്. വയനാട്ടിലെ ഉരുൾപൊട്ടൽ ദുരന്തം, 400-ലധികം മനുഷ്യരുടെ ജീവൻ എടുത്ത ദുരന്തം, ആ ദുരന്ത ഭൂമിയിൽ പോയതിനു ശേഷമാണ് ഡോക്ടർ കഫീൽ ഖാൻ നമുക്ക് മുന്നിൽ എത്തിയിരിക്കുന്നത്. നമുക്ക് അദ്ദേഹത്തോട് അവിടെ നിന്ന് സംസാരിച്ചു തുടങ്ങാമെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു. വെൽക്കം സാർ.
hi, namaskar.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Sir, you are coming from Wayanad. We are trying to forget that night as a nightmare. 400 people lost their lives. Many people have no address. Three rural area fully washed out. Yesterday you were there, I think. How was your experience there?
I've already told, I think I have not seen such a type of natural calamity in my life. We do doctors on road, medical camps in different part of India, and whenever there is a natural calamity, whether it's Uttarakhand, whether it's UP, Bihar, West Bengal, Assam, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, The biggest catastrophe I have seen in April 2021, the COVID-19
Yeah.
second wave tsunami.
Yeah.
But what I have seen in Wayanad, it is worse than that. In COVID-19, people have lost their someone,
Mm.
a family member. But here, they have lost their home,
Mm.
they lost their shops, they lost their land also.
They lost
Not
everything else.
everything. Even children, they lost their toys, their books, their school, everything.
They are in a big zero now.
I met people who have lost 13 members of their family.
Mm.
I met Avantika, that girl who
Yeah.
lost the whole family.
Yeah.
There's numerous tales. Anil, I told you already, I met in Wayanad Institute of Medical Science. He was saying he lost his 2-year-old son and he lost his mother. And he found himself at 1 o'clock with 1/3, everything is gone. People have lost their livelihood and everything. I've gone there and that Mundekai and Churamila, that village was there. There is no sign of it.
Yeah.
It has become a barren land.
One thing is that it was a beautiful village.
Yes.
You may have seen that videos, earlier videos.
Yes. 5 hectare of land was moving with their trees, stones, the water, everything just move and engulf everything. So it's horrible, and I think it's one of the century worst disaster that Kerala has faced, and I call it as a national disaster.
Yeah.
Whole India should be. Yeah, you're right that we tend to forget. After some time we will forget. But for me, I have seen people living still in shelter camp, and children is still missing their family. Shihad Bhai told me about how the body was, floated around 20 to 40 kilometers.
Yeah, up to 90 kilometers away.
Muhammad Yas, that honorable minister, told me that 130 people are still missing. We are getting now the parts of the body. कहते हैं कि अब तो कुछ बॉडी जो है वो अरब सागर में चली गई होगी.
Yeah.
It's I think it's sad, it's horrific, and it's I am heartbroken for the first time in Kerala even in 2018 when there is a flood and we went to Thrissur, we went to Calicut, we went to Wayanad, but I have not seen anything horrible like that.
You may have met many families. They survived from that tragic incident. What story they told you?
That Anil told me how at 1 o'clock they were sleeping and suddenly 1/3 came and he found himself 400 meters from his house down all the way from Mondekai to Churamila, and when he opened his eyes, his lung was coughing mud. There was mud all over his body. He saw bodies floating with, along with the water, and then he saw one lady who was also trying to survive herself. He pulled him, crossed that Churamila bridge. Now the army has made the Bailey bridge, and suddenly the third came and it took away the Churamila bridge also. So he lost his now 2-year-old son, wife, mother, all three. I met youngsters who were living in that shelter. One person has lost 13 members, and how he survived, he just, there was a fear because it was a continuous rain, Heidi. He just came to meet his sister down, in Wayanad. So all the members who were staying there, they're not there. He couldn't find the body also. The Wayanad Institute of Medical Science, the pediatrician told me that 90% of children who arrived at that institute, their lungs were filled with, when they did a postmortem, their lungs were filled with mud and sand only. And 90% of them died. So children were the most, affected. women were most affected.
Yeah,
So there are different tale. Heard about the Avantika. There are, people who have seen their family member drowning in front of them. There are numerous tales. I can't just tell you. It's horrible. You feel broken from inside and you shuddered sometime in the night itself.
How was the healthcare system worked there? You may have seen the Kerala government has done what they can do there. Can you evaluate it?
No, I am really, I am in praise of Kerala government and not only Kerala government, the whole Kerala itself. See, this type of tragedy when it's happened in North India, we take months to recover.
Hmm.
And when I reach here on 11th, almost not even 2 weeks, and they have finished the rescue operation and they were doing a rehabilitation. When on the 30th of July, when I read, there were more than 10,000 people on the camps. But now when I visited, not more than 500 were there.
Yeah.
So people have been relocated, rehabilitated. Government has taken, homes for rent and they have given. And people have come forward for 100 house. They're building, they're giving clothes, they're giving household material and health structure. That's what I'm saying. It was a prompt response.
Yeah.
I met that white guard team which responded at 3
Yeah.
a.m. The whole Kerala government also morning everybody was there. So every individual, irrespective of their caste, their religion, their ideology of red and green,
A
and
wonderful
blue.
unity of human beings.
Yes. There are collective effort. What I call collective effort. What I call continuous, numerous stories of humanity, and that is the true spirit of Kerala. So what I found out that even the common people, not associated with any NGOs, not associated with any political party, they also come out with they're voluntarily supporting and coming out and helping.
Yeah.
So it was an amazing experience. I'm amazed and I'm privileged. I feel honored to see this unity and this humanity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah. You are a pediatrician, so I am asking you. The children, suffered this mass tragedy. They cannot absorb it.
See,
But
post-traumatic stress disorder is one of the known entity we have faced during COVID-19 also. When the parents, they have lost the parents, children have gone into the anxiety disorder and different type of depressive disorders and neuromotor disorder also. So I called that time, I have written an article which is published in the International Journal, that is shadow pandemic I call, because nobody has bothered, because people are trying to save, but we neglected this. Children have, the maturity, even though they have a brain is not, fully, even though their brain is matured, but they are not fully matured to absorb everything. Southern third, which has not only affected their family member, they have lost their home, they have lost their toys, they have lost their books, they have lost their school, they have lost everything suddenly, and next time they found themselves in a shelter home and somebody else is with them. So it's a very traumatic experience for them. Unfortunately, these disorders, whether it's anxiety or depressive disorder, is very difficult to diagnose in children, because not in like adult they will come and they'll express their feeling that I'm not feeling good, I'm getting irritated, I'm not getting sleep. 3-year, 4-year, 5-year-old children, they come up with a different symptom, like a child suddenly started eating more or less. A child started having more sleep or not sleeping at all. A child who was not passing urine while sleeping in the bed, started having bedwetting. A child is starting mm, more clinging with the, either to the soft toys
Yeah.
or to the mother. A child becoming more irritable. So all these subtle symptoms we have to,
Overcome.
yeah, no, we have to find out, and then we have to, give them, because we can't counsel also them.
Yeah.
Like
It's not
adults.
possible.
So most of the time we, pediatrician or doctors, they psychologists, they depend upon these drugs. But I found out that method of modifying their environment, like give them more outdoor game,
Yeah.
give them more loves, give them some soft toys, give them some small animals like cat or small puppy, and you know uh, you have to distract their attention from the event which is should not recur them. Let them involve in more games. So what I have seen
You
in
should
the,
encourage them in their own world.
yes, yes. So we have to find out those subtle symptoms, and we have to take the child before they go into the darkness.
Yeah.
And I'm really in a praise to the government also. Kerala government, I have seen in that is school camp in Wayanad, Mandaki, I think that.
Mundakai.
Mundakai, not
Mundakai and
Mundakai.
Churalmar.
No, that the below
Mepadi.
place.
Mepadi.
Mepadi, the school is there, Mepadi.
Yeah.
School, the camp. There, the children was playing.
Yeah.
And there was a counselor, they have a duty for 6 hours.
Yeah.
So the government is taking care of that.
Yeah, okay. How much time they will take? Usually the children will take to recover from this dilemma.
No, it sometimes takes weeks, and sometimes months, or sometimes it's there for years.
Yeah.
So that's why I have suggested, even when I met the principal of the school also, that post rehabilitation we have to have a follow up over 6 months to 1 year. And I have suggested that every volunteer should have taken care of one child, and even if they go home with any relative or family member post rehabilitation, we should call every second day, third day, just to take how they are doing. And if we has any these subtle signs what we have just described, if it's there, we should immediately act. So there are a duration, they can recover within weeks, and they can go up to year. So we have to be careful.
Okay. Let us come to other issues also. You are a victim. You are not a victim of a natural calamity, but administrative brutality. That night, August 10th, 2017, you cannot forget in your life. You only, we have read that old stories from your biography also. You only try to save children, but the administration give you the brutality only. How you remember those days?
That night was horrible night. Even though there were 400 children in that BRD Medical College, Gorakhpur, Uttar Pradesh, and we tried hard to save each and every child, but we lost 63 kids. Irony is that even after 8 years, everybody remembered Dr. Kafeel or that hospital. Nobody remembered those parents who are still waiting for the justice. Along to that 63 children, 18 adults also died that night. I have become a tool in that tragedy to save Chief Minister chair, to save the real culprit of BRD oxygen tragedy. I was made a scapegoat, I feel. That's why I always tell that whether it's not about Dr. Kafeel Khan, even if it's Dr. Kapil Mishra or Dr. Kapil Kumar or any other religion or any other caste, the government would have done the same thing, because he has to save his own people, because the government didn't pay 68 lakh rupees to the supplier.
Yeah.
So to save the real culprit, they needed a scapegoat, and they found one in me.
What was the real reason behind that? It was negligence or any other reason?
So it was a greed.
Yeah.
greed of some 6 to 7 lakh rupees. That's not more than that, because what oxygen supplier has given in the High Court affidavit, that officers, they were asking 10% commission from the his 68 lakh rupees dues. So it was a sheer greed than nothing else. And when incident happened, there was some internal politics also
Yeah.
to bury the whole incident. Nobody care about children, and that also from the poor family. Because all the children, they were not from the Hindu or Muslim community, they were all from the poor family. So nobody cares about those who died from poor socio-economic state up. I think that was the reason they tried to bury it. When it was not, they could not, they just diverted the attention.
Okay. In which situation you took a decision to buy oxygen cylinders? What was that moment? You can explain.
I was in my home. I was going to sleep. Suddenly, in around 12 o'clock, I got a message from one of
Until that time, all things are okay.
It seems okay. That day I was on leave. It seems okay, because previous day only the Honorable Chief Minister visited the hospital. So I got a message that liquid oxygen is over and children are dying.
Yeah.
So I just rushed not as a doctor only, as a human being.
Yeah.
As a doctor, it was not my responsibility to get a oxygen cylinder. My duty is to teach students or to treat children. So we arrange around 500 cylinders in those 54 hours. But that was not enough. Enough.
At the first moment, you was the real hero. Now also you are the real hero. No doubt in that. But when you become the culprit in the eyes of Yogi Adityanath administration,
I think the tag hero made me the villain. When the first initial 2 days, there was so many other questions that why the oxygen was stopped, why the payment was not done, why the supplier didn't supply the oxygen, why 63 kids died, who was the real person who was asking for the commission. And yes, there was a story about Dr. Kafeel Khan doing good work. But as you said that you are a hero, somebody didn't like that.
Yeah.
Because it was exposing the deficiency in that hospital. And when Chief Minister visited on the 13th of August 2017, I think he has already in a mind that he had got scapegoat. I have mentioned that if you want permit, I can read it.
Yeah, sure.
In my book, I have mentioned my meeting with the Honorable Chief Minister. That is a chapter of hero to villain. Unsuspecting of what was to come, I entered the cubicle where the VIP stood and greeted everyone. I had imagined that I would receive a pat on the back. I corrected my tie and I thought I am going to get praised. The Chief Minister, but instead of, I was met with a pin drop silence. Everybody simply stared at me. The Chief Minister stared at me, ignoring my greeting. He was fuming, his face was flushed, he was angry. So, tu Dr. Kafeel hai? I said yes. But when he said tu, I felt that something is wrong. So, tu cylinder leke aaya tha? I said yes. So, tu sochta hai, tu cylinder lake tu hero ban jayega. That's all. Those 4 words. And there was a media person, and there was even the health minister that time.
Everyone is looking.
Was also. They got the hint that who is now going to.
You actually expected appreciation.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the same media who made me hero in 2 days, they starting stories that I'm a villain, I'm a murderer, I'm a 70 बच्चों का कातिल. I still remember when Goswami was there in Times Now. Arnav Goswami. Now he's running a. They were screaming on TV, So it became different ball game.
Yeah. After that, you were arrested and you were in jail for 9 months. The jail also give you a brutal experience.
Experience was a horrible experience, I am not the only victim. The whole family had to suffer. My teachers, when I am a pediatrician, and my teacher, they used to teach me, they used to tell that the milestone when the child will start talking, when the child will start walking, when the child will start climbing. The milestone you will learn only when you will become father. You getting my point?
Yes, yeah.
When you will see by yourself your child growing, you will learn that milestone.
Yes.
कब पहली बार माँ बोला, कब पहली बार पापा बोला.
Yeah.
But when my daughter was 11 months old, they took me. And when I came back, my daughter was around 2 years.
Yeah.
18 months.
Beautiful days you lost.
So she even knew that I am her father. She didn't know that what father means. Next time when they put me behind the bar, slapping NSA, National Security Act, during CA and RC. My son was 9 months.
Yeah.
And they took me. When I came back again, he was 1.5 years. So those milestones, those time is not coming back. So if you ask me what is the most painful part in these 8 years and the government has given you, is that I myself has been deprived of my children.
Yeah. The experience in jail?
Jail is...
you well treated or not?
Like nobody touched me physically during the first two stings, Nobody physically touched me in those 9 months. But it was a big barrack and there was more than 160 people staying in that. There was only one washroom. So even going to washroom, you have to go take in a queue. And more than 16 hours we were locked in that thing. Family was allowed twice a week only to meet for 45 minutes, 1 hour. No homemade food allowed. Every day you have to clean the washroom and when I was outside, when I go to check in any hotel, so the first thing I see how is the washroom.
Yeah,
even I go to any, my mother used to say, and I feel that if you want to go to see any home or house, you should go and see how is the washroom. Here, I have to clean the washroom morning and evening. It's not a bad job, but that I am saying that there were people in the hardcore criminals were there, and some people were drug addict also. They don't know that after shitting you have to put water.
Yeah.
They will just leave, and then you have to wash. So, isolation, deprived from the outside world. You don't know what is going outside world. No mobile phone, no news. Different tale of stories. And corruption. Corruption in the jail, If you have money, you could buy anything. If you don't have money, you are just... And I was a special prisoner. So jail experience, I have given at least 6-7 chapters in that book only for the jail experience.
Yeah. At last, the court acquitted you from all the charges.
Court has clearly said that Dr. Kafeel Khan has not done any medical negligence individually, and there is no corruption charges against him. Even they put the charge of that my degree is fake. The court asked, if his degree is fake, why you have given the job? So even after getting acquittal from the High Court, bail order is clearly written, I was terminated from my job.
The things they are continuing their brutality.
Yeah, not only me, the whole family suffers with that. My brother was shot where the chief minister was there, 500 meters, within 500 meters, 4 bullets. And then cops, they tried to stop with the emergency surgery. Luckily, he survived. But even after the incident happened in 10th June 2018, today is 2024, not even one culprit has been identified and arrested.
After the acquittal, they followed you. The administration followed you. You may compelled to leave your native place.
I am a history sheeter now. You know what is history sheeter?
Sir, explain, please.
That is, I am the 4th dreaded criminal, and I had to inform the local police station every month about my activity, where I am, what I am doing, and they can trace my phones and everything.
Horrific. Let us come to the health situations in UP. We have know that Uttar Pradesh is listed 20th position in Niti Aayog's health index. It's now, this time. Before 8 years ago, we cannot imagine that. What is the real problem they face, the Uttar Pradesh faces in public health field?
Politicians' apathy. See, if you see the South India and North India, there is a stark difference in health infrastructure. And in Kerala, the infant mortality rate is around less than 6 now, is becoming 5 infant mortality rate. That is out of 1,000 kids newborn, 5 to 6 will die. But in UP, it's around 40. So almost 7-8 times. The taluk level primary health concern, which is the backbone of our health system. Taluk level, where you call here in Kerala, it's in very good shape.
Yes, sure.
They diagnose the primary disease, and when there is emergency or very complicated disease, they are able to refer to the secondary or tertiary care. But in our system, the primary health care system is in shambles. It works like a white elephant. So, the doctor-patient ratio in North India, especially in Jharkhand and all, in rural areas is 1:51,000. And the WHO says that 1:1,000 is the ratio to be. Recently, the Niti Aayog only has published, and in Parliament, the government has accepted that around 50% of the children in UP itself are malnourished, stunted, wasted. So the whole, anyhow, we have seen our health system, which is brutally exposed during COVID-19, second wave tsunami in April, where when the metros like Delhi, Kolkata, Hyderabad, Bombay, Bangalore, when these metro also burned
in that calamity.
Yes, the natural way, they also had to struggle for the bed, oxygen and medicine. But I'll tell you, 70% of Indian population felt the same pain every day. Anything happens, some lady is going to deliver, somebody has bitten by snake, some road accident, some child is having high grade fever, somebody has abdominal pain. Where they'll go in the night? They'll go to the primary health center, which is closed. then they will
But there is
then they
nothing.
go to, yes, nothing. They will go to the tertiary, secondary, the district hospital, which says that no, no, we don't have facility. You go to medical college. By the time they reach to the medical college, half of them die
No,
on the
yeah,
way
sure.
because
Yeah,
100
yeah.
kilometer.
Yeah, yeah.
And half of them who reached, they had to struggle for the bed, they had to struggle for the oxygen, they had to struggle for the medicine. So what we have seen, the elite class, which we thinks that you can throw money and get,
From private hospitals.
yeah,
Yeah.
can go any best treatment. They had also felt the pain, and that's why there was so much uproar.
Yeah.
But unfortunately and sadly, 70% of Indian facing the that burn every day.
Is there any private hospital mafia? They have any role in this situation in Uttar Pradesh?
See, we have started one Health for All campaign, and we are demanding that in Indian health expenditure on the percent of GDP on health expenditure should be around 5%. And even the government has, Indian government has uh, promised that at least 3% by 2025. Next year is 2025. You
Yeah.
know, so but we are still spending only 1.5%.
Yeah.
This year also 2024 budget they have given 96,000 crore. Out of 96,000 crore will go most certain in salary and in the other expenditure how much we are spending. So we can't just blame the private sector. You know, I have a data which says that 70% of primary health care, 75% of primary health care, that is the primary diseases, are taken care of non-professional trained medicos, like what you call as quacks or what you not having degree, but I call them non professional trained medicos. They are getting, 70 per taking care of second 75%. So when government is not there, where what people will go? So you can't just blame private sectors. I agree with that. Private sectors, they are doing this, and there are so many dirty pieces in my profession also, that even for the writing unnecessary investigation, they get some cut from the, even if they write CT scan, 1800 rupees, 1000 will come to the doctor who is writing.
Yeah.
Unnecessary writing medicines, which is not necessary. Unnecessary doing some surgeries. So I agree with you, but there are good people also, and we can't just blame. Government has to spend their,
Yeah.
increase the spending.
Let us come to conclusion.
Yeah, please.
What do you think the Uttar Pradesh should learn from Kerala healthcare system?
I think I'm very uh, common doctor, a small doctor. I think our Honorable Chief Minister has visited this state, Kerala, in 2018 or 19, and he has already said that the Pinarayi Vijayan should come to, Honorable Pinarayi Vijayan should come to UP and see their health structure.
Yeah.
And I think that was the biggest joke I have heard in my life.
Okay. The last question. The now in this time the doctors are facing a big issue. The Kolkata issue, a lady doctor brutally raped and killed. All the doctors are on strike this time. Uh, what is your thought on is there immediate need for a law to prevent these attacks?
See, I'm from my doctor fraternity, and I support everything what doctors are demanding. But my question is, 90 rapes happening every day in India. That is National Crime Bureau
Records
has
Bureau.
given 2022.
Yeah.
That is saying 90 rapes.
Ah.
And I have done recently a research that 70 to 90% of rape are done by some household member or neighbors, and that never comes to the report. So it's not about brutally to one girl. It's about the brutality to all the girls.
Yeah.
I tell my daughter or any student, any child, to the difference between the bad touch and good touch. I think we should teach our children, sons,
Yeah.
who are going to become a man or, a one day rapist, to them also to teach what is good touch and bad touch. We have to, this whole society, we have to come out together and to help to respect the female
Yeah.
as a human being, not as an object.
Yeah. In few words, what's your future plan?
I'm doing Doctors on Road, and we are conducting camp. My life mission is that someday I will build some hospital where people in need can get treatment, free of cost. And what I have seen, like CH centers in Kerala, so that type of things I can do it in North India.
If we invite you to Kerala, will you come?
I love to come Kerala. I've already told I've come to 7-8 times.
Yeah.
But the thing is that India is so big. And
Yeah.
I get love from each state, and everywhere people love me. So Kerala has already have a good infrastructure, health structure. So I think people need me now in North more
Yes.
than what people
Absolutely.
need here.
Okay, thank you, sir, for your valuable time with me.
Thanks a lot. Thanks.
waytonikah.com, the exclusive Muslim matrimonial site.